Alright, so for today's video, we're going to be going over Zhezhi. Now, Zhezhi is the long-awaited character for patch 1.2 because she's supposedly going to be the best support for Gen C. So in today's video, we're going to be going over a guide on her team comps, her weapons, how to play her, and some pros and cons at the end of the day. So if you guys are new to the channel, leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet. Alright, so Zhezhi. Just to give you guys a TLDR here so you guys can get up out the video, right? So in my opinion, after a lot of playtesting of Zhezhi for the past 4 hours or so, she is a very good hybrid character that does a decent amount of DPS. I would say on par with Yinlin, maybe even more. Now, I don't have the best stats in the world because my Echo life is really free to play. I don't really have crazy Echo stats on any of my characters. Even if you look at my Gen C, pretty free to play on Echo stat lining. I don't really try for anything harder because I do like to have my videos kind of comparable to, the average person that is playing the game. Now, with that being said, I feel like Zhezhi is a very good character overall. She does feel kind of slow. When you are playing her on field, and I think that's just due to us being so used to the quick swap kind of playstyle with Gen C, so it kind of feels kind of slow. But if I feel like if you do play Changli a lot, you're kind of used to the on-field timing. She has a really good consistency with her liberation damage. You don't really need to learn combos with her. It's just one exact combo that you need. You can even use her liberation in the air actually. Liberation damage does a lot of damage. Even with her Forte 6, I believe sometimes her burst damage is like 10k or something like that. Pretty good. And most of her attacks is basic attack, so that's really helpful if you have like trash echoes that have like basic attack stacking on it. Now, the one thing that I feel like is going to hurt her a lot for a lot of people's play styles is that she doesn't really have a lot of quick swapping options. I feel like that's what hinders her for a lot of people that like to play Gen C. And overall, Zhezhi honestly is not really that big of an improvement over Wanwu and Tao Chi. I feel like majority of players, even with Wanwu and Spectral Rover, are perfectly fine with Gen C. I mean, honestly, if you just have Gen C built even a little bit, she's going to clear content for you regardless. If people are not able to clear with Gen C and they really have good stats, that's just on them. You don't really need Zhezhi to help you clear stuff with Gen C because that's just not how it works. Gen C is so strong on her own. And Zhezhi is very reliant on her liberation. If she does not have her liberation up, it feels kind of it's not really as good as it could be. So her ER stat lining is around like 130 to 140 to make sure it's always consistently up, because if not, it's not really as good as it could be. So it's pretty much a TLDR on her. Would I actually pull for her if I was a free to play? No, not at all actually. I feel like it's just a waste with Shorekeeper coming out, and there's just better options. There's honestly just better options. Hopefully there's a character in the future that is beneficial for Zhezhi, as all hybrid characters are, right, eventually. And hopefully, the future works out for her, and I'll be there to make a video on it. Now, that being said, now the TLDR is out of the way, let's actually go into Zhezhi. Let's go into her kit and how she does work. It's actually very simple. Now there is actually 2 combos, but we're just gonna go over the basic one combo right now. So she's gonna have a 3 basic attack combo. This time not having a 4. You can jump in the air as well and do the attacks, and then you also have the heavy attack as well. So now you can use your 3 basics to a heavy attack. Pull out the paintbrush, you jump, do a hold into a basic attack, and the heavy attacks and the air combos is only the real quote-unquote combos that she has, if I'm being honest. Because at the end of the day, Zhezhi is a breath of fresh air where you don't need to actually go crazy on the skill combos. It's very basic. So we do E, tap once, and then you go to your E skill, you teleport to each one. So Zhezhi's real, goal is to make sure you just are teleporting all over. And the cool thing about the teleportation is that you can actually dodge enemy attacks, during teleporting, obviously. Tap this, press E, and you can hold it for the heavy attack. Oh, sorry, did that wrong? E, yep. So you can do that heavy attack combo as well, and the heavy attack combo will give you 3 stacks of her forte skill. Me personally, I just got a little bit too lazy to do that, and I just end up just doing 3 auto attacks into the E. So I'm gonna use alt, and yeah, that's pretty much her kit. Honestly, if you want to learn how to do the forte stacking faster, then you kind of want to utilize the heavy attack. But me personally, I just do the basic combo. It's basically just 2 strings of the basic attack. So she only needs 6 basic attacks to actually build up her forte gauge all the way. And now what you do is that you're going to press your E, and then you're going to auto attack one more time. Oh wait, why did it not give me the stack there? Hold on, try this again. Wait, it's actually not giving me the stack. Hello? Oh, there we go. So there's 3. Yeah. So I guess it's like right after. So how this works is that as soon as you start using your E, right, you actually want to auto attack right afterwards, so you get 3 stacks. So then you have 1, 2, and 3. Now if you just use her E, oh wait, no, hold on, let me build the forte again. Now if you just use her E but you do not auto attack, you will not get the 3 stacks. You only get 2. And even if you auto attack afterwards, it will not give you the 3rd one. So this is really important when you are trying to stack. So that's something that you have to really make note of if you want to actually utilize your stacking potential, because that's where most of the damage is going to come from. And also, if you have Zhezhi's weapon, the 3 forte stacking is actually very important as well, because that's actually what her weapon is reliant on. So if we actually go into her weapon real quick, while the wielders on the field using the resonance skill grant 12 basic attack damage bonus, stacking up 3 times. So you want to use that E 3 times and do the full combo, because when she does cast her outro skill into Gen C, you want to do the 3 E's into the auto attack and then hit all the cranes, use your liberation, and then her liberation cranes will do 52% basic attack damage bonus while she is off field. So her weapon is really reliant on that. Honestly, I'm actually an advocate for variation. If you do not want to run a ER3 cost on her, I'm actually running 1 ER3 cost, but if you do not want to run a ER3 cost on her and you want to run glacial damage bonus, then I would recommend variation. Stat lining wise, obviously you want at least 50% crit rate or 60% and a crit damage, however much that you can get. Energy regen, I did a bit of testing. She always has full when it's over 140, so I would say maybe 130 would be totally fine. If she has 120, no, it feels very slow if she has 120. So I'm going to say 130, 140 is going to be the ER sweet spot. Weapon obviously is going to be her weapon. Best in slot after that is going to be String Master, and then Cosmic Ripples. If you want to, and this is for damage, but if you're just going to play her as a support, you just want her liberation stacking for Gen C, you could use variation. But if I'm being honest, you don't really need variation. Like it really depends on your stats. Like at the end of the day, if you can get away with not getting variation, I would totally recommend that. I did not even know I had this one. I definitely should dupe this. But having the extra damage for Zhezhi to help you clear is definitely worth it. Best in set is going to be Moonlit. 100% if you're gonna run her with Gen C as a support character. If you want to play her as a DPS, obviously it's going to be the Glacio set. And then when it comes to the, and let me actually just make sure this is correct. Yeah, when it comes to the skills here, what's going to happen is that it's going to be the Liberation first, obviously, because that's where most of her main damage is going to be coming from the Inkling Spirits. And then it's going to be her Forte Circuit, and then her intro skill. Okay, so you actually want to level up her intro skill before her resonance skill or before her basic attack. So it's actually going to be Liberation, Forte Circuit, intro skill, resonance skill, and then the normal attack as well. And then when it comes to the dupes, I don't really think any of them are that important, besides I would say S2. S2 actually will give you guys more of the, what do I even call them, cranes, I suppose. So they have, oh, the Inkling Spirits. So it'll increase the amount of Inkling Spirits by 6 seconds. So that's a thing. But if you actually want like the best dupes that you could possibly get, it's actually going to be S4 through 6, just because their actual like damage increases. But yeah, that's pretty much Zhezhi in a nutshell. Basically her kit, how you should run her. I mean, when it comes to team comps are pretty obvious. You can run her with Gen C, you can run her with Changli, and then you can run her with Ling Yang. And then if you actually have to, you can run her with Senwa. And those are pretty much going to be the team comps at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, she works with Gen C. I do kind of believe she is the best support for Gen C, to be honest. She stacks the Forte Circuit very, very well, no issues by herself, and on top of that, she does good damage at the end of the day to help you if you are lacking damage with Gen C. So is she a must pull though? No. At the end of the day, again, it depends on if you like the character or not. If you like the character, go ahead and pull the character. But if you are free to play, trying to save your summons, I do not think this character is worth your time. And definitely, if you know you should not be spending money, please do not spend money for this character unless you like them, right? If you like them, then hey, who am I to judge? But yep, that's gonna be it for today's video. Remember, leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.